Hello the internet and welcome back to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. It is Saturday the 17th of August 2019. Today I will be live for 64 minutes. 64 minutes of YouTube stream goodness. I hope you can stick around and enjoy the show. I'm excited to be here. Let's check the chat. Well, let me hold my mouse first. I was actually just reading the chat at the bottom there, and the bum fluff comment, which I will get to, that kind of threw me off. I don't like this, but I've been getting a lot of love for it on the D Live, so I'm probably going to keep it, even though I think it looks a little stupid, I'm going to be honest. I never wanted a beard. I never wanted this. Like, I like a 3-day growth. I don't like a big, fat, bushy... Like, even when you sleep... You wake up and it's all bent up and over. It's in your mouth. It's not fun. But I'm getting a lot of love on the D Live. Did I mention I've got a D Live? I've got a D Live channel, folks. If you haven't seen it, I've posted a link in the chat. It's there. Go and have a look at it. We have a lot of fun over on D Live. Let me see the chat here. So, first of all, Tim Arskog up in the house. Hello to one and all. No doubt you were all wondering what today's special occasion is. Nothing to do with the stream. Apart from being here to watch yet another one of Benon's magical mystery live streams, it's Ben Wilson's birthday. Mr. Ben Wilson, if you are watching now, live, I'll get to you. Happy birthday. If you're watching the rerun, the replay, happy birthday for previously. And then we speculated. I said, what do you think he's doing? Is he out for brekkie with the fam? And we're talking about what he probably orders for breakfast. And I kind of went with smashed avocado on toast and a strong coffee. I know he travels a lot for his job, so he's probably got to get in and out for breakfast super fast. That's why I thought that. And Tim said, well, no, if he's with his family, he's bound to order up big, like get the big brekkie and sit back and relax and enjoy. And you're probably right there, Tim. And a big fat coffee, milk coffee. And I said, no. Swap that coffee out for an Irish coffee. If it's your birthday breakfast morning, get an Irish coffee into you. Or that version of Bailey's that I once concocted. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that again, actually. That was beautiful. Mindy's in the chat. Hello, Mindy. Good to see you. Hello to the one and only Mindy. Tim there. Ooh, wow. Such a nice welcome. And Mindy's blushing. And Tim has a tendency to do that to the ladies. Does he now? There you go, Tim. Uncle Tim in full effect, in full swing. Mindy's happy she just got home from work and glad it's the weekend. Absolutely. I'm stoked for you for the weekend. And we're already on the weekend right here in Australia. It's a glorious winter's morning out there. I'm going to go for a surf. Swell's picking up. Sun's out. Beautiful. Should be a lot of people around too. It's, we're on the edge of winter, if you like. So there's more crew around here holidaying and partying. Tim, Friday nights are always nice after a long week. You know what I did last night? I watched a Jack Nicholson film, a really cool film. It was called Ride in the Whirlwind. And I believe it's the first film Jack Nicholson wrote, directed, and starred in all the same. From, I think it's 1969, 1968. And it was great. Really, really enjoyed it. A little bit of audio issues back in those days. They never really compressed the audio. It's like a Western, so every time they fire the gun, my crappy old HDR, full HD television from 2003 has terrible audio, and the gun just goes, pa-chow, pa-chow, and then the audio is really low. It's like, I've either got to get better audio or just a better television. But I did enjoy my Friday night. I drank a homebrew and I ate licorice. Now, I don't know if you do that yourselves, homebrew and licorice at the same time. It's tasty. Sounds like fun. Tim's obviously a smooth operator. You know what we used to do as kids? In Australia, you could pick up the telephone and dial 013, and that would get you to the operator. It's kind of like in the old days, when you see in movies, they grab the handset and press the thing, operator. It's like getting to the switchboard. Well, in Australia, you did 013, and that would get you to the switchboard. And we used to do that as kids, and then they'd answer, and you just go, smooth operator, and then hang up. That was our version of a prank call. pretty stupid. Kids these days, they don't know about how fun it was. They're talking about swimming in the beach. Yeah, I said I'm going to go for a surf. That'd be lovely. Even just to swim at a warm surf beach would be great. No worries. Yeah, I completely agree. And the water here, it's not cold yet. Like, what are we now? 17th of August. Are we going to get cold? You've seen my... Actually, we're going to get to that. But no cold water yet. Where's the winter? Where's the winter? There hasn't been one yet. It's crazy. We're either going to get a massive one after the fact, or we're going to get an absolute thumping summer. That could be either or. Steven in the house. G'day, Steven. Yes, Steven. He's looking for a swim as well. Northrop MJ, in 1 week from tomorrow, I'll be swimming in the Pacific. Nice, nice. Pacific is the I was going to say the border. It's not a border. The Pacific Ocean is the same ocean that joins onto the Tasman Sea. So in effect, if you threw a message in a bottle, it could possibly come this way. Don't litter though. Have you seen I haven't been doing messages in a bottle anymore? I've decided against it. In my mind, it's categorically littering. And for the small gain that I get, shits and giggles and a little note in a YouTube video, I just kind of the guilt won me over and I stopped doing them. So I don't encourage messages in a bottle. The concept is rad, but if everyone did it, not so cool. Steven, I'd like to have a shower in the morning to wake myself up. Yeah, in the summer, I don't take a shower. I just go straight out in the ocean and have a swim every morning. How far from the beach are you, Tim? A shower is a good way to wake up. 15 minutes drive to a flat water beach, then about 90 minutes to a true ocean. Oh, there you go. I have to shower in the evening so I don't get up early for work. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so you don't have to get up too early for work. That's Mindy. What's wrong with a flat water beach? They're great for snorkeling usually. Absolutely. And that's what I look for when I'm doing my snorkel reviews. Flat water beach with no waves. Here we go. Steven, this is the comment. We have to get him to shave off the bum fluff on his face. Yeah, look. Be honest. Be ruthless. Be harsh. This looks stupid, right? Like, girls, ladies. And by the way, that's the thing. It's the ladies on the D Live. Did I mention I have a D Live? I'll put it in the chat again. The ladies on the D Live are the ones saying, leave it, we like it. I got some hardcore flirting on D Live the other night. A woman by the name of Katrina Caress came in like all guns blazing how much she liked it. And I'm like, maybe I'll keep it. I mean, if the ladies are saying yay, then who am I to say nay, really? I don't like it, but if they like it, let them have it. Well, as the chat's moved up again. There we go. I hope to make it over there someday. Well, Mindy, you're always welcome here. You're always welcome here in Australia, and you're welcome here at the Gives a Minute Ranch. Never called it a ranch before. You're always welcome here. There's a bed for you if you come out to Australia. That pretty much goes for everybody. You know that, right? If you come out here, you want to hang out, you want to create content, you're totally welcome to do it here. I can show you around. That's always been the extended goal and the extended offer for me, for anybody, really. Hope you do, Mindy. The snorkeling close to Benton is great. Oh, Jervis Bay, however you want to pronounce it. Awesome here. Travel Jet Setter in the house. Hope everyone is doing okay. How have you been going with your job hunting, dude? Did you end up nabbing one? Everyone's saying hi to Jet Setter. Benny Crawford in the chat. Benny Crawford, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Benny's been big on the D Live. Did I mention I've got a D Live? Put it in the chat. I'm not going to keep doing that. Hey Tim, cheers all. Northrop MJ. Hello Charla Rose, good morning. And by the way, the birthdays have been flinging off the calendar like you wouldn't believe. Charla Rose had a birthday 2 days ago. Before that, on my D Live, did I mention I've got a D? I'm not putting it in the chat, but on my D Live there was, who had the birthday? Was it Solid Snarf had a birthday on the D Live? I can't recall who it was, but there was another birthday earlier this week, and there's mine coming up in about a week from now. And I do remember when I was in high school, there was like a cluster of people around the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th of August, all birthdays. It was like everyone brought cakes in for class, put the cake out and everyone have some. Happy birthday. Pretty cool. Charla Rose here we go. Charla Rose is a fan of the beard. So she's female, she's a fan of the beard, and she does flirt with me a little too on the D Live. So I'm not getting rid of this. But look, if the women... If they say, hey, dude, that looks ridiculous, get rid of it, I will. And by the way, someone made a comment yesterday, what's with this bit, Why'd you shave that bit off? And I don't know why I shaved it off. I just didn't like it, so I shaved it off. And I made a deal with this man. I said, look, man, if you come back in 2 weeks, I'll leave it for you. I won't shave it off. And then he said he'll donate a diamond if I do that. And I thought, that's not very cool, because Charlotte Rose is in the D Live dropping diamonds like you wouldn't believe. He wants me to wait 2 weeks just to get a diamond? Get out of here. But I'll do it anyway. Northram MG, yep. Hey, Get Real Gozy in the house. Hey, gives a minute. Curious about these YouTube updates. Yeah, we're going to get to that for sure. This is a long form stream now. We got 64 minutes, so I'm taking my time and I'm engaging the audience, but we will get into the topic, of course. Charlotte, does it tickle your fancy? Ooh, Tim, Floretsky's, Steve Ann. Happy Canadian in the house. Happy Canadian. Good to see you here, dude. Nice to have you back, buddy. Ooh, where are we going? Where are we going? All the chat's just going out of the way. Hello, my friends. Happy Canadian, Charlotte Rose. Matthew Corbin in the house. Matthew Corbin in the house. Hello, Matthew. How you going, man? Wait. It's morning where you are. Yeah, it's morning here, dude. Morning in Australia. Adrian Banks, good morning. The Givers, good morning, Adrian. I saw your snow chasing photos. Zigzag Railway, looked like cool fun up there. Benny Crawford, have you watched the game? Molly's Game, the movie? Yes, I forgot that was you that asked me to do that. I watched it last week. I watched it this time last week, last Saturday night. And it was good. Very good. Very good recommendation. I highly enjoyed that. Yeah, good stuff. I knew someone recommended it, but I did enjoy it. Matthew Corbin, 7:05 p.m. We used to dial 1194 and hang up. It'd make the handset ring. Yes. Yeah, the ring back. Was that 1194, was it? I feel like that was a different number than that. But I know what you mean, yeah. Guten Morgen, Herr Kopsch. Was ist mit der Hand? Hemd. Was ist mit dem Hand? Den Hemd. What is hemd? I'm not sure what hemd is. Tim Arskog, Matthew, Australia, Benny Crawford, Matthew Corbin, 16th of August by me. Yeah, we're a day ahead down here, dude. We're into the future. Hello, Hendrik. Morning. Michael's in the house. Hello, Michael. I had a bit of problem finding today's live stream. It's always in my... if you go to my YouTube channel and go down to the playlists, you'll always see the upcoming live stream. About 24 hours beforehand, I'll put it in there, tagged and everything. So it's always there. Happy Canadian. I've cancelled my Org Live. Not sure if you've seen my upload. Oh, Happy Canadian was doing live every day in August. He's cancelled it. Okay. That's no good. What happened there? Happy Canadian, what happened with the live every day? I watched the first two, and then I've been caught up with D Live every day. Matthew, you're behind the times. Travel Jet Setter, I might come to Australia. Maybe I'm still iffy about it though, because of the people punching people random in the face. That wasn't punching, that was stabbing. That was a stabbing in Sydney, a terrorist attack, which no one wanted to talk about. The guy was obviously mentally deranged, but he was shouting all kinds of Islamic accolades. That happened just recently, actually. That was this time. What was it? This week? Yeah, Thursday or Wednesday? Northrump MJ, you're handsome either way. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I think the beard would benefit from a professional trim. There's no way in hell I'm going to get this professionally trimmed. Let me just tell you, I don't even get my head professionally trimmed. Claudia cuts my hair. If anyone cuts this, it's going to be me just getting rid of the whole thing. But I appreciate the gesture. I'm not paying for a professional beard trim. Update your Tinder profile with a new photo of this. You want me to? That's actually, you know what? I probably should put one on there and say, you know, do the ladies like this? Happy belated birthday, JD Max. Happy birthday, Charlotte Rose. There you go. Nick Barker. Nick, always see your name and go Barker because of the R at the end. Nick Baker. How you going, Nick? Good to see you, man. I believe it's the viewer's birthday on the 1st of September, not naming anyone's names. 1st of September. Whose birthday is that, Tim? Let us know. Let us know in the chat. Shut up, Tim. Hendrix. Happy birthday for you, Hendrix, coming up. 1194 was the time. The back started with 17. The ring back. Yeah. 1194 was to get the time. Okay, I got some tough family news and also lost my voice a few days ago. Happy Canadian. No good. Did you lose your job, man? Is that what happened? You lost your job? Loving the YouTube dailies. I do the daily vlog on the YouTube. Happy Canadian. Hey, Mindy, Tim, Jeff, is it your dad? Yes, Tim, it is. Oh, you've had issues with your father? Oh, that's no good, Jeff. I got to get going. Okay, stopped in the pop. Okay, no worries, Travel Jet Setter. Catch you on the flip side, dude. My mum's name is Claudia. Oh, there you go. My niece's name is Claudia. See you later, Travel Jet Setter. Nick. Hey, hometown, Travel Jet Setter. Yeah, there you go. So, folks, let's put the chat up so you guys can follow along as well. Where are we here? If I put the chat up there. So that's nice to see you guys all chit-chatting, and I do really appreciate everybody coming in super early and having that discourse. That's what the thing with the live is for me. And I know Raw Goes, you said I'm keen to hear the topic, and I know the topic is the thumbnail and that's the discussion, but predominantly the live stream is to have the conversation with the givers. So me delivering some monologue and some spiel is great, and that's part of it, but the main function of the live stream, for me anyway, I hope it's the same for you, is to have this discourse with the givers. All throughout the week I don't get this one-on-one, if you like, because I put out the content, and this is a two-way street. We're both givers, but you know what I mean. When it's a pre-recorded video, the only discourse is the comment section. Here we can actually have a chinwag right off, like right live as it's happening, and I really want to hammer that, and I want to make that the thing. The conversational topic is a way for me to steer that conversation and to sort of negotiate where we kind of go with the chat. But of course, this is what actually is the live for me anyway. I hope it's that way for you. I'll check it out. Happy Canadian Ben on I still have the job. Okay, good. Oh, September 1 was CreatorCon. See, that sucks, doesn't it? I would love to do CreatorCon every year. It's now looking like obviously it's not going to happen. So it's Saturday the 17th of August, and we would have had to have already sorted everything out. But I still haven't heard anything from old mate Jay about why he pulled the pin. I've heard through the not the grapevine. I've heard through the other members that it wasn't Jay that caused CreatorCast to end. I beg to differ. It was totally Jay that caused it to end because he pulled the pin, and that's why Danny left, and that's why Scotty left. It was if Jay didn't pull the pin and leave, we'd still be doing it. So I don't know. CreatorCon Part 2. I would love to do it. And look, just because I don't like what Jay does on his channel and I don't agree with what he does, doesn't mean I don't like the person. I've got nothing against Jay the person. What he does on his YouTube channel I think is dubious, and I think it's wrong. Nothing against the guy, but he caused CreatorCast to split. And by the way, whatever happened to C panel, community panel, whatever the C stood for in Danny's thing, has that folded as well? Man, what? How come? So CreatorCast folded because of Jay. C panel didn't achieve anything. Excuse me. C panel didn't achieve anything. America versus Australia seems to be gone as well. Mark Ensby's The Right Stuff, which was a good concept, that's gone as well. What? How come everything's gone? Like what? Where's this community that we built? We built this community and we were going to help each other get along. And one person did something that I thought was wrong, and I called it out, and now everything's finished. There's no America versus Australia. There's no, even Danny's X here network's kind of gone. There's no, it just seems like it's all finished. And I'm looking at Jay. And the memory of the red wine, it was really fun. Like I got to say, it was a fun 12-hour stream. Donating a hypothetical ice cream, I appreciate that, Benny. Bay Roston, that's right. We called him Bay Roston that time. But you know why? If you look at his graphic, it doesn't say Jay Boston, it says Jay Roston. He's supposed to be a digital agency marketing and making all this digital presence online, and he's got his logo. It says Roston, it doesn't say Boston. It's like, what? Yeah, crazy. And look, I can't call him out on that. He's the untouchable man. Get out of here. Jay's not untouchable, and if more people called him on his crap would get better. That's all I'm saying. T gives a minus. I'll donate an ice cream, a cream pie. It all seems like no one followed through with the big idea. Yeah, like, and that's the thing with CreatorCast. Like, it's in my mind, CreatorCast can come back. CreatorCast is still there. The channel's sitting there in a null and void stage. I tried to do stuff, but until I get the NBN here, which far out, they're taking a long time. I've been watching them lay the cables. There's no rush from them, I don't think. They're just doing their thing slowly. We could still do CreatorCast. Like, once the NBN gets here, I could host 5 people theoretically on the incoming line, and on the outgoing, I'd use my 4G, and we could do CreatorCast. Like, in my mind, there's no reason why Scotty, Jay, and Danny and me can't do a 4-panel CreatorCast again. Bury the hatchet, discuss, and that's the thing, discuss what happened and discuss where it went, But I don't think, it seems to me like Jay is too immature to acknowledge what happened. He won't acknowledge that he won't acknowledge that I can disagree with what he did, and that shouldn't change the concept of what we were doing. You saw his comment when he left. I think it's time I left here. Why? Why do you think it's time you left? Because you did something that someone else didn't agree with? That's not time to leave. That's time to come to the table and discuss it and say, this is why I did this. You might not agree with it, but I'm going to continue to do it because I believe it's the way to do things on my channel. Fine. I'll continue to disagree. You continue to agree. Doesn't mean we have to end CreatorCast. Just saying. CreatorCast was a great channel with amazing content and advice. Exactly. Tim, Jay is currently in a Bali hospital with some sort of bug and a fever. Oh, shit. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. I mean, look, I don't want any harm to come to Jay or his channel at all. Never wanted that. I don't agree with what he did. That's all. And if he's in Bali in a hospital, oh shit. Can we get a confirmation on that? Is that like, what is he? I've not watched his content for some time, but did he put a video out or something? That's gone. Danny has pretty much dumped X here. And that's the trouble with Danny. He's got too many things, man. Like X here. Wasn't it the network or something? And then AVA. My goodness! Whoa! Wrong stream, Hendrik. Danny has a change of channel name. Danny has had a change of... That's a tongue twister. Danny has had a change of channel name and is more... But that was just for July when he was on Facebook. Is Danny creating content on Facebook only? Is that what's happening? No. We did so many cool stuff, Adrian. Yeah, creator casting on Pacific Explorer. Lemons. Charlotte Rose donating the lemons. I like it. Nick Baker. People are babies. Yeah, totally, Nick. It's like we had something. We were the first year in. We had our first year anniversary. We had CreatorCon. We had a community behind us. I hated how Danny kept saying, I wanted this to grow faster, and it could have grown faster. Nothing grows fast. Things take time. You have to sort of... I was willing to give CreatorCast at least 4 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. Danny was kind of, well, we've already got, a culmination of 20,000 subs or whatever it was. We should have already had 1,000. I'm like, should have, would have, could have. We don't. Let's keep making good content. And then there was that thing like, it's taking too much effort to make the content, so people are going to pull out. And then it was me and Danny. Let's be clear, me and Danny did all the work until we started going live. And then even when we went live, Jay couldn't even coordinate himself to come on a live stream regularly. And I'm just saying, Jay was so difficult to coordinate. And he's got a business to run and children. But if he can do it for his own channel, he can do it for CreatorCast. Or maybe he can't, I don't know. Ionis, whoa! Don't say that or I'll stand in the corner and hold my breath till I turn blue. The cap game. How cool is the cap game on DLive? It's so sick. So much fun. Hendrik said, no, he's back on YouTube. Yeah, I thought Danny didn't... I didn't think he bailed on YouTube. I thought he just did DLive on Facebook. That was it. Nick, at least in the States, people believe they are always right and that everyone else is wrong. That might be true. Tim, Jay's latest post said where he was and he wasn't able to post any videos. Oh, okay. He's in Bali, so maybe he's got sketchy internet. I know that feeling, believe me. And he's promising to learn songs on DLive. Hendrik. Oh, look, I unfollowed Danny on DLive. I'm gonna be honest about that. He's talked it up, but he hasn't done anything about it. So it's like, I'm not gonna keep promoting Danny with my, like, I've got 400 odd viewers there, followers they call them on DLive, and I kept saying, please go and give Danny some love. He's gonna get Tidy Lab set up and he's gonna stream, and I've been doing that for 2 weeks, and he's not done anything back, so it's like he's not getting any more love. I was keen to keep CreatorCast going. Well, so was I, Tim. I wanted to keep things going. I wanted to keep the four of. I thought Jay would sort of blow off his steam and come back and say, look, man, didn't mean to pull the pin. I was upset about this and that. You and I had a headbutting, but let's not ruin something cool. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it on the channel and bring our audience together to discuss. The opposite happened. Danny created a separate channel without me. cPanel is exactly the same as CreatorCast except minus me. Then Jay went on and hosted it because Danny was away doing a cruise. And then Jay had the audacity last minute to send me a text saying, hey man, long time no speak. I know we haven't got off so well. You want to come on the chat on Danny's new channel and talk about it? I'm like, no, I do not want to go on Danny's new channel, which I'm not a part of, to talk about something that you did to ruin our group channel. We'll do it on our group channel if you want to talk about it. Who are we trying to fool here? We're trying to grow a separate CreatorCast channel, minus me, using me on the channel to get content? Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Yeah, exactly, Charlotte Rose. Danny would have been brilliant over on the D Live. Totally. But I tell you what, folks, let's swap the content out slightly here. I have been surfing. Now, this content you're about to see, you may have seen this already on the channel, but if you haven't, it's a good way for me to break up the stream a little bit, change the subject entirely. You know, I've been surfing a wave a day winter every day the month of July. Well, July is clearly over. We're in the middle of August right now. I've put together a video which compiles all 31 days of July, the best waves of the day, and I talked over it. Now, if you didn't see it, that's all cool. I've got a super quick wave a day edit to show you, which includes those waves. It's not as quick as it usually is. It's about a 9-minute roll here, but don't forget, we're on long form streams now. So in fact, now that we're into the 1 hour mark, I'm going to be rolling, I'm going to roll 2 clips, right? Now that we're into the first hour, I can roll a clip this hour and I can roll a clip the second hour. So this is what I want to show you this time. Sit back and enjoy the waves of winter. Welcome back to the super quick wave a day edit. Now, you know that a wave a day winter edition has concluded. However, I wanted to compile the best waves of winter. So what I've got for you right here is 31 days of surfing, all compressed down into a super quick wave a day edit. It's not really that quick, I'm gonna be honest. It's actually kind of lengthy. Bear with me though, because this is 31 days all condensed down, so it's a little on the long side in terms of super quick wave a day edit. So the 2019 winter season of a wave a day opened with large swell, but my ability sucked hard. Next day, it was still large and closing out. And by day 3, clouds had rolled in and I managed to somehow hang on to a left. Now that same left was still working the next day, and I really enjoyed trying to stay up as high as possible on the wave to generate more speed. Day 5 was messy, washing machine style, but I did manage to find somewhat of a decent ride. And the winter swell picked up again in size by day 6, so much so that I couldn't even make it out the back on my first attempt. When I finally did get out, I snuck onto a sneaky A-frame that gave me a fun right-hander. And the following day, the local dolphins gave me a nice warm welcome, and I did take off on a decent-sized left and then a fast right-hander.
Reap what you deserve. You might feel a little pain. Don't worry, you didn't die in vain.
beach camera failed me on day 8, but I did get 2 lovely right-handers which stoked me no end, but no beach camera footage unfortunately. Now I was greeted by perfect right-hand barrels the next day, and I tried in vain to stick my big ugly head into one. Days in, and apparently I forgot how to surf entirely, and I took a bunch of almighty tumbles. But thankfully that only lasted one day, and by the next I'd regained my confidence and took a decent ride on a small right-hander. Days 12 and 13 presented me with no swell. Remarkably though, I managed to get a left and a right thanks to the 44-litre volume of the 7S Superfish 4 from Global Surf Industries. Link in the description. Now need I mention, the slogan for this board is "Catch More Waves." Another day of zero swell, so I took a swim instead. And once again, the 7S Superfish version 4 proved its worth in gold. Things picked up again by day 15, and I really enjoyed trimming on this right-hander. And after a rocky start for day 16, I took a really fun, fast right. Feeling more confident, I was a little disappointed when the swell dropped off again the following day.
It's a brave new world, and you.
On day 18, the water was so clear. I'm not sure what changed, but it was awesome out there. Still fighting the small swells, the next day I was pretty stoked to take this left all the way to the beach. The following day, the swell somehow managed to get even smaller. Again, the 7S Superfish version 4 from Global Surf Industries proved itself. How's this left on nothing? Thankfully, things picked up on day 21, and the left from yesterday was still working, so I hit it up for this nice ride. Clouds rolled in again on day 22, but I picked up on a sneaky fun wave. Yes! Finally, some better sized swell came my way the next day. I really enjoyed the speed on this one. I liked it so much, I pretty much took the exact same wave the next day. On day 25, I tried to stay higher on the wave for any chance of getting that elusive barrel. And I think this wave was too small for me. I'm 6'2", probably a little too small. Day 26 presented me with nothing but closeouts, unfortunately. Closeout City, population gives a minute. But that's cool, because the next day I took 2 great right-handers, which totally pumped me up. Watching this playback, I think I could have done better on day 28 to position myself better to possibly get inside this barrel. I need to work on that. 29 days in and I finally worked out that I should be pulling out of waves when the ride is over instead of simply falling into the whitewater. Somehow on day 30, I forgot how to surf yet again. But that's okay, I made up for it on the final day of the season with 2 solid right-handers. What did you think? And which day was your favorite wave a day? If you can remember. If not, hit the rewind button and go back and watch it again after the stream. Don't do it now. Now, while you think about which wave was your favorite, I'm gonna think about how I can go for another surf right now, and you guys can go back to the live stream. Yeah. They know I'm faking this, right? The givers are onto this. They're aware that I'm faking this, aren't they? Oh shit! They certainly are, because you're live again, dude. Welcome back to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. I was actually just admiring this bottle. Now this here, folks, is a USA only released Jack Daniel's product. Now I saw you guys chatting in the chat. How awesome is this, that this, a giver, now I'm not naming names, I've already made a review actually. There's a review in the chat right now if you want to go and have a look at this later. A review of the Southern Citrus. This is the latest flavor of country cocktails to be released, Southern Citrus. Now, one of the most amazing givers here on the Gives a Minute YouTube channel sent me 2 of these and 2 of the Lynchburg lemonades. Now, why have they sent 2? It's because I opened one to make the review and I keep the other one for posterity. It's all in the review. It was so freaking beautiful. It's an incredible product, and I'm just so amazed that the givers would do this. You know who you are. Thank you so much. If you're watching live, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. how about we get into the topic of discussion? So there has been a rather interesting change to YouTube's manual, only manual. Now we'll get to why this is important in a minute. Copyright claims. So what we're talking about here is when on D Live when I go and play music and it's all cool because there's no copyright. But if I was to do the same thing here on YouTube, the record labels that own the rights to those songs would then be able to manually, if not automatically. Now there's an automated system, right? It's called Content ID matching. This is the automated system. We're not talking about that. We're only talking about manual for some weird reason, which I'm going to address in a minute. But if the Content ID doesn't pick it up, the record label always had the opportunity to go in, manually watch the upload, the video or the live stream, and say, well, between 3 minutes and 2 seconds and 3 minutes and 8 seconds, Bohemian Rhapsody played on the radio, so we're claiming the rights to that entire video. Now, the changes they've made, which is very, very welcome, is YouTube have stopped allowing that to be the case. The record label still has the right to do what they want, but the one thing they cannot do is monetize that video any longer. So they can tell you, hey, we own Bohemian Rhapsody. Is that BMG, Universal BMG? Anyway, we own Bohemian Rhapsody. So what we're going to do is we're going to block that video in parts of the globe that we don't want it to be played in. That's one option. The other option is we're going to tell you to remove it entirely. The things that have changed is they cannot claim the royalties from it, and they cannot, and neither can you. So let's be clear about that. They didn't really say that, but just because the record label can't take those royalties any longer doesn't mean the creator can take them. No one takes them, is what YouTube is saying. Now, the way they announced this was via a tweet. Here's the official Team YouTube Twitter account. Updates. So this is their handle. So this is the tweet here. New today, August 16th. A policy. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. A policy preventing copyright owners from making dollars on manual claims for short song clips, example 5 seconds of a song, or unintentional use of audio, say from a passing car. Claimants, so the record labels, can still block monetization or the video itself, but timestamps help you edit out the claim. But they don't say in there, and neither can you still claim it, because right now, see, this is what's wrong with this in my mind. Right now, the way it works is the Content ID system will flag the undue use of a song, and the record label will automatically get the monetization. Now what they're saying is, if our Content ID system doesn't work, and the record label still thinks that they have a snag, they can pull in some cash from it, we're not going to let them have it. You can't have it either. Now, YouTube did put out a creator insider video which looked at this, and I want to show it to you right now because this does talk about how this works in more of an easy to understand language, if you like. The tweet that they put out kind of is a little bit sort of doesn't really give a very clear indication of exactly.
Steak? Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Steak, money too tight for steak.
Shyla Rose, thank you so much for the steak. Money's too tight for steak for the super chat there, $7.99. Mayonnaise, wow! Should I be doing that here as well on a super chat? Mayonnaise, wow! How many mayonnaises is that worth? Content ID would still flag the cap game. Sorry, folks, I haven't been looking at the chat. I will come back into the chat, but I do want to play this video from YouTube, from Creator Insider. It does explain it a little bit clearer. Let's just have a little look at what they're talking about here.
I'll have timestamps.
What are you here to tell our creators about today?
Thanks. Yeah, so the thing that we're here to talk about today is the next step in the process. If you make a long video and there's a tiny bit of music that gets a manual claim, or there's some incidental music maybe in the background when you're shooting your video,
Yep.
That you didn't even put there necessarily, that in those cases you can lose all your revenue to the claim.
Now, incidental music happens a lot on YouTube, such as the classic example that they're going to refer to is when you walk into a coffee shop and you're vlogging and the coffee shop happens to be playing Wake Me Up Before You Go. Bam! That entire vlog is now owned by whoever owns the rights to Wham, right? but there's a clarification which I find extremely strange. Let's have a listen.
And we understand that the music, those rights holders have rights, and we think that the creators' rights need to be respected as well. We're going to limit the ability for music claims, manual music claims, to monetize creator videos when the creator has either used a tiny, very small amounts, I'm talking like single-digit seconds of music in their video, or if the music was not added by the creator, but instead is sort of incidental, environmental music that was maybe because you're shooting in a coffee shop and some music is playing in the background. As long as the creator is not adding the music or interacting with the music, then those cases will not be allowed to be monetized.
Now, did you hear that very clearly? He said, as long as the creator is not interacting with that music. What have I done here? He said, as long as the creator is not interacting with that music, then the label will not be able to monetize that claim. Now, I don't know about you folks, but what music do you not interact with? Now, we know from the D-Live and the Cap game, we interact with music. How often do you hear a song and not start bopping to it? Never, right? If we used the case last night, actually, on the Cap game, Michael Jackson came up with, was it The Way You Make Me Feel? One of the big hit Michael Jackson tracks, right, came on the D-Live, on the Cap game, and we were talking about how he's now a proven kitty fiddler, right? And how this documentary came out. And I was saying, I don't care whatever happened with Michael Jackson and these young boys and this depraved sexual deviancy, whatever happened, doesn't change the music. I'm still there bopping to the music. Now, that would be regarded as me interacting with the music. And heaven forbid, if I walked into a coffee shop and I'm vlogging and the song was, The Way You Make Me Feel, if I did a then suddenly that's interaction, and suddenly the record label can monetize your content. It's like, well, what determines interacting? That's interacting with the music. Doing that's interacting. Pumping the fist, that's interacting. What? I mean, it's a dubious thing to do. Now, let me be clear. I think YouTube have done the right thing here, but it needs to be flat across the board. You know me with rules. If there's a rule, make it a flat rule. Don't have a little up and down where it's like, well, okay, so because I feel like they'll come out with another tweet saying, well, last week we said interacting with a video. Now we want to clarify what interacting means. Interacting means if you lift your hand off the flat table which you're sitting on and tap it to the beat of the song, then you're interacting. But if you tap it to just acknowledge your friend talking and it's not on the beat, that's not interacting. Oh, come on, like we're like they're just making it more ambiguous. It's not going to help anybody. There's going to be more arguments, more discussion, more videos like this discussing it. I think it's opening up a can of worms that they already had shut previously. Let's get back in and watch the tail end of this though. There's more coming.
All right, now you just said a lot, so let's unpack that for a second. So to clarify, we are just talking about manual claims, not Content ID automatic claims.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and you were just talking about audio, and then also just about the monetization policy that would be applied in the terms of a claim here.
Exactly.
And
so
we've also got, in terms of other policies, we've got block, we've got track, and monetize those three, correctly?
Exactly.
So it's only that one.
Exactly. So, what that means is that the music rights still have to be respected, and so the music partners are still able to make those claims. They just won't be able to apply a monetized policy.
See?
So in some cases, they may choose not to claim at all. They may just decide this is a small or incidental use and it's just fine to let it go.
Yep.
They may.
And so no impact on creators.
In that case,
Okay.
the creator is fine to continue to monetize and everything is okay. They may choose to implement a track policy, and a track policy is effectively a no monetization policy. So that would mean that it's neither the creator nor the third party nor the music company can monetize that video.
Yes.
And then the third possibility is that they do have the rights to block that video. And so you may see cases where small amounts of content result in a video being blocked.
Okay. So these changes where we're saying that you cannot manual claim for short uses and for incidental uses, they only apply when a manual claim wants to monetize. but they would still be able to go and block or track.
Exactly.
Yes.
As I'm saying, the block is a real possibility, and if it happens, you will have to trim out that content or replace the video. If the video still is, if you've just uploaded it, remember, everybody remembers, always upload private or unlisted.
Thanks,
Check
Mr.
for
Logan
claims
Paul.
first.
Yep.
But manual claims happen at any time, so very likely the video will already be public, and it will get a manual claim. It might have a block policy, and at that point, you'll have to use the tools that we just kind of released to trim out the.
So what I'm hearing there,
So,
folks, I hope you guys heard that as well. I'm also seeing my chat is frozen, which this has happened on Wirecast plenty of times in the past. I don't understand it. I'm going to try to remedy it as we talk. So, if I'm understanding correctly, it's still entirely up to the record label to decide what they want to do. It doesn't put a creator in any. This doesn't change what a creator should or shouldn't do. The creator still shouldn't use copyrighted material. All this does is put more options with the record label. Unfortunately, that's all this is doing in my mind. I'm going to bump out of that and just going to put that up. The chat's not refreshing for some reason. I can see it on the screen, on the big screen here, though. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this isn't giving any. This is not helping creators. It's helping the record labels. It's helping creators to understand why their vlog is demonetized, but it's not helping them get it remonetized. It's just saying you can't monetize it, and neither can they. You might argue that's stupid, that's pointless, and yeah, it makes no difference to a creator if the record label can't monetize. I don't know. Let me see the chat. Let me read what you guys have said. Content ID would still flag the cap game. Absolutely. You know what I was doing actually for a little while there? I was downloading all of my DLive content and uploading it unlisted to YouTube just to see what would happen. And every single DLive stream was like I had a list of like copyright claims like this in my dashboard, like this song. In fact, every single song except for my mate's songs was flagged. So there's no way that can work. No way at all. Hey, let me just see if I pull up this. See, it's still stuck on that. This is why I don't like Wirecast. There's no explanation for it to be stuck. What about if I take it off? Hang on a second, folks. I'm going to just try something here. Go to, I'm on live only. The chat is just completely stuck there, folks. Shut down when not live. Sure. Jump out of that frame. Come back in. Now if I put the chat back on, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's weird. There's no real explanation for why that happens, but there's a little glitch on the Wirecast program. It looks like it's back there. Oh no, it's stuck again. Far out, Wirecast. This program sucks. I'm going to be honest. This program sucks. For what you pay on this program sucks. I'm just saying. And here I am trying to switch whilst being live at the same time. Not something you want to do. And it's not working. So we're gonna go back to this pane here. That's cool. We're just gonna have to deal with that. That's what I think anyway. Now, what I want to do here, folks, because we are entering into the second hour of content, talking about music and talking about DLive, well, I have been rolling out this new concept on DLive where I play my friends' bands and mainstream music as long as it's related to me somehow. So here's a connection to a band that I know, that you may know and you may like, and it won't get flagged because it's not commercially available. Welcome back to the Slightly Random Daily Song! I really struggle to hit that note. We've looked at other members from the Daydreamers. We've looked at Luke Webb with his Silverjukes outfit. We've looked at Paul Walsh with the Stables of Babel. Now let's look at the Neptune Cult Band. This is Chris Joynes. Chris Joynes was in the Daydreamers. He played bass and did some singing and did some writing of the songs, I believe. The Neptune Cult Band was his solo outfit before he changed the name of it to Kit Hamilton. Now I know this gets super confusing and you're probably thinking we don't care about their names. I just want to piece all these puzzles together for you as best as I can. This particular disc is like almost like a compilation of a lot of his things back from early 2000s, maybe 2004, 2005. The artwork you're gonna see on this track that we're gonna hear is artwork that I think he had on mp3.com, maybe Unearthed, the Australian Unearthed Triple J website, I think maybe. The track we're gonna hear is Shimmer. It's from the Neptune cult band, now known as Kit Hamilton, aka Chris Joins, a member of the Daydreamers. Far out, this is confusing. And now from discussion on the live stream, I'm gonna show you guys ocean scenes while we play these tunes from now on in. So there's a strange looking ocean right there. It's kind of like it's got a little shimmer to it actually. Let's put the camera around. I'm gonna try to get this angled correctly. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a good angle for you to watch the shimmer and hear the shimmer. Enjoy the Neptune cult band with Shimmer. And there you go, the Neptune Cult Band with Shimmer. Did you enjoy that? It's one of my personal favorites from the Neptune Cult Band, not the Kit Hamilton era, the Neptune Cult Band era. Again, another example of my friends super talented but never really pushed themselves into anything in a professional sense. It's a shame. The talent was there, the motivation obviously wasn't. Now while I sit down and listen to some more Neptune Cult Band era Chris joins, you guys can go back to the live stream. Oh shit! Still live, dude. Whoa, sorry about that, folks. Hope you enjoyed the Neptune Cult Band with Shimmer. I'm waxing up my 7S Superfish to go out for a surf. I do see in the chat, Burra Boys. G'day, Burra Boys. If I'm correctly understanding, this is a group channel from Culburra Beach. If this is right, you guys are awesome, man. Like, I've watched a couple of your vlogs, and everybody else should go and have a look at that channel in the chat. These guys are obviously from the same area I am. And yeah, look, man, we should go surfing together. I'm going to go out today after this stream in approximately 3 minutes. I'm going to get out there. But yeah, okay, so during that role, and Lachlan Sleuth, nice to have you in here too. Actually, you know what? Cheers to Burra Boys, and cheers to Lachlan. Everyone that's new to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream gets a cheers. Get your freaking pencils ready, Benny Crawford. I like it. Very meditative, this music. Tim, this type of music brings back memories, surprisingly, of mushrooms. Well, that's very interesting because Chris joins, the man behind the Neptune Cult Band, would be able to speak to that. And that's all I'm going to say. Someone needs to create a taking a slash emoji. Yes, totally. I was out there having a slash, then I thought, well, I'm going to go for a wave. I'm going to wax up in the meantime. We have to get Crazy for K-Man onto it. Oh, for stickers. You know what? When I get memberships available on the Gives a Minute YouTube stream, stickers and whatnot will come into play for sure. Right now, it's weird. I've seen channels with like 1,000 subscribers with memberships active. And I'm waiting to get to 30,000 subscribers to get memberships. Are you doing a video on your getting yourself body waxed this summer? I'm not going to do that again, Tim. That was kind of silly. Yeah, the waxing was just to stop the chafing while surfing, but it didn't actually do anything. It kind of made it worse. But I am going to get I'm looking for a board shorts sponsor. So if you guys know anyone that makes great quality board shorts, I'm going to try to get a sponsor for summer for that. I could continue to use Arzen they've got like a rash vest, which I probably will use, but they don't make board shorts, I don't think anyway, unless Andy's onto something new. I'll have to talk to him. Funny to watch though, yeah, it was funny to do. And look, I've waxed every part of my body conceivable in one form or the other at some point, whether it's vlog content or not. You know, it's kind of the funny thing to do when you have a partner. Burra Boys, yeah, man, I gave you a call out just before. You guys have just joined at the end of the stream. Are you guys making content here in Culburra Beach? We should collab, man. Right now, I've got my outro music rolling. The stream's almost over. I'm going for a surf today. If I see you guys out there, say good day. I'll be out in about an hour. Thanks everyone for sticking around. What a great fun stream. See you next week. Cheers all. Oh, that's we're out of time.